Yo, what's good, YouTube? Zamcrow here, aka Scoop, back with the Pokemon Battle Federation, Season 6, Season 6, week number 10, and we're taking on the Washington Rotoms, coached by Dargan or Dragonite Master, aka Lottie Twin, on Twitter, so go check him out and whatnot. Great OU player, and he's a bit new to the draft format, but he's translating well. I expect good things out of him in seasons to come. We are currently 8-1 at plus 18, and my opponent is currently 4-5 at -3. Definitely does not reflect how good of a battler he is. He's had a lot of close battles, as has everyone in the league. I don't think anybody's been completely outmatched in all their battles or completely overmatching their opponents in all their battles, except maybe Snorlax's. His team's fucking crazy. It really is. But excuse me. Anyways, our opponent has a team of Landers Incarnate, Sheer Force ability, Araquanid, Nidoking, Mega Pinsir, Mimikyu, Kartana, Diggersby, Starmie, Stakataka, Togekiss, and Volcarona. So as you can see, Landers Incarnate, Nidoking, Mega Pinsir, Mimikyu, Kartana, Diggersby, and Volcarona. There's just no defense that stops all of those, right? You see what I'm saying? There is no defense that stops all of those. His Z-move user being Kartana. We have Z-move Celesteela, Mega Charizard X, Clefable, Crocodile, Suicune, Delmage, Jolteon, Hitmonlee, Mesprit, Swellow, and Protein Greninja. So, yeah, the game plan in this battle is to really just prevent him from getting webs up and play balance the best we can, really. We'll talk about it when we get into it. So yeah, let's just go ahead and talk about Greninja here. It's already on screen. My boy here is packing the Surf, which hits, it hits the Landers, it hits the Nidoking, super effectively. Hits Landers, hits Nidoking, Diggersby, Stakataka, and Volcarona all hit super effectively. Ice Beam hits Landers Incarnate, Nidoking, Mega Pinsir, Diggersby, Togekiss all super effectively, and also hits Kartana for the most damage I can without like Hidden Power Fire or something. Ice Beam usually it's dropping Kartana unless it's got a little bit of bulk investment. And then the Hidden Power Electric is obviously there for the Araquanid and the Starmie, which otherwise aren't taking much from my other attacks. And I have Taunt there for the Araquanid. See, if he leads Araquanid, then I know it's going to be Sticky Webs. If he doesn't lead Araquanid, then it's more than likely going to be an Assault Vest variant, in which he will switch it in on my Greninja. And, I'm going to predict that and click the Hidden Power Electric. And depending on how much damage it does, it'll let me know if he's Assault Vest. And if he is Assault Vest, then I just keep it clicking. Actually, if he's Assault Vest, I switch out. But if he's not Assault Vest, then I click Taunt and prevent him from getting webs up, because webs ruin my plan, and I can't have that happening. So yeah, Greninja's great to it's a great lead, as well as a great mon to finish the game up for me in the later parts of the end game and whatnot. So that's pretty important. So next up we got Management, or Celesteela. If you don't know who Weston and Management actually are, then I suggest, there's a TV show called Burn Notice about a spy who gets excommunicated and has to figure out why he's been excommunicated from the CIA. And there's like a group of rogue operatives that call themselves Management, and they basically are the conspiracy behind all governments and whatnot. So it's a really cool show to watch, and it gives you awesome tips. So anyways, we got a Leech Seed, Protect, Heavy Slam, Earthquake, Max Defense, Max HP Celesteela here. This thing is my check to Diggersby. This thing is my check to Kartana, Mimikyu, Mega Pinsir, Stack Attack, the list goes on. This thing is in for a bunch of hits it will take. It's going to take a lot of hits. Yeah, it's really, really nice mon overall, and just basically it's my best. Like I said, his offense has no defensive answers except for the fact that I have Celestilla, and this thing is a monster. Invested like this, it's going to be able to check all those physically offensive mons that I just mentioned, as well as being able to come in on any kind of dual stab from Nidoking. However, Nidoking is a threat because it could pack Thunderbolt or Flamethrower. More than likely Thunderbolt because I have Suicune as well. Speaking of which, we'll get into that in a minute, as I do bring Suicune as part of this core that I have going on. So yeah, that's basically it. This thing can also take hits from Arachnid and Togekiss. I do have to watch out for like a Scarf trick Togekiss that just wants to lead Togekiss and then immediately trick its item away. I guess that's just about it. We can move on to our boy Zard X Reddington. Also, another nickname reference. If you don't know who Reddington is, Raymond Red Reddington from The Blacklist. Phenomenal show. He's a phenomenal actor, and he does great stuff in that show. It's really good. So, like I said, his team has his only fire resist are Arachnid, Starmie, and that's it. And Volcarona if you want to count it. Well, it's not really a resist since it's neutral. So, Arachnid and Arachnid and Starmie are the only fire resist, so I can basically spam Flare Blitz, like Dragonette's Flare Blitz and Roost, and then like if he does bring Arachnid or Starmie, then I can just hit him up with the Dragon Claw. Don't need any other coverage, and I can afford to run max HP with just a little bit of speed investment. This speed investment allows me to outspeed Nidoking and anything below Nidoking, and the special defense investment lets me set up on Starmie, lets me set up on Volcarona. I can take like a Hidden Power Rock at +1 or a Hidden Power Ground at +1 from a Volcarona and hit it back with a strong Flare Blitz. Even without any attack investments, I'm hitting extremely hard with the base 120 attack, base 130 attack stat, boosted by Tough Claws. It's just, the Volcarona's not taking those. I'm not taking them well anyway, and yeah, that's the idea behind Zard. So next up we got Suicune here, which is a Scald, Toxic, Protect, Roar set, max specially defensive, and this is saying I am bold, impish, careful. I'm not careful natured. That should be a bold nature, or actually a calm nature. But yeah, this max special defense investment allows me to take a +1 Volcarona. Okay, so say he brings in Volcarona on any of my mons that could potentially set up on, and he clicks Quiver Dance as I bring in my Suicune. The following turn, he's going to click most likely Giga Drain, possibly Bug Buzz. However, I'm going to take less than half, and I'm going to be able to roar him out. And if rocks are up, he's going to die because he's going to take rocks, and then he's going to be roared out, and he's going to take rocks again, and then he's going to be at 1% or dead or something. Also, his switch-ins to Suicune are things like Arachnid. Basically, that's it. But I guess Togekiss can come in. He doesn't really have a good switch-in for Suicune. So packing the Toxic on there to catch things like Arachnid and Starmie is pretty nice, although Starmie can just natural cure and switch out or whatever. However, I expect it to be an analytic variant because Starmie can force some switches on my end. And if I was a Dragon Dance variant and I got a Dragon Dance up and he was like Sash Starmie, his like a Hydro Pump or even a Psyshock or Psychic could be doing a lot more damage with an analytic boost say I attack him, he lives on 1 because of his sash, and then attacks me back. Analytics Army could be pretty cool. Scarflanders could be something. Scarflanders could be a nice check to DD Zard. And I guess that's just about it. But yeah, the reason I'm max special defensive, outside of being able to better take hits from Niddle King, Landers Incarnate as well, it's mostly for the Volcarona really. I can take a Giga Drain at +1 and roar him out. Leftovers, two rounds of leftovers will put me back at a range where if he comes in with Volcarona once again and clicks Quiver Dance, then I'll be able to come in with Suicune immediately, take it, and roar him out once again. And then I can do that twice, I believe, and then still be at a decent amount of HP after leftovers and protect and whatnot. So that's the general idea behind Suicune. Next up we have Blur, or Jolteon, which is a Magnet Rise. Wait. Oh, I changed it. So I was an Air Balloon Magnet Rise set, but I switched it to a Magnet Baton Pass set with Thunderbolt, Hidden Power Ice, and Thunder Wave. Basically, I can he has Landers, which can stop Volt Switch. Niddle King can stop Volt Switch. Diggersby can stop Volt Switch. So I figured that instead of bringing Volt Switch, I would just bring Baton Pass and Thunderbolt, Hidden Power Ice, and Thunder Wave. So what Thunder Wave allows me to do is, again, Volcarona is a huge threat, Kartana is a huge threat, and these mons can't knock me out with my HP investment with 1 hit, you know what I'm saying? So they come in, or we're matched up against each other. Say I'm matched up against a Volcarona, and I know the rest of my team loses to Volcarona, right? So instead of just clicking Thunderbolt twice, or hoping for a pair on a Thunderbolt, or just Baton Passing out to Suicune or something like that, I can click Thunder Wave and then proceed to switch out and whatnot. I think his only Heal Bell user or aromatherapy user would be Togekiss with Heal Bell. I think that's it. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section if I'm wrong on that, but I think that's it. So yeah, just Thunderbolt hits everything, and what Thunderbolt doesn't hit, Hidden Power Ice hits. And then Thunder Wave for the Volcarona, Thunder Wave for Mega Pinsir even. If like Mega Pinsir's at like +2 and Jolteon's out of range of Quick Attack, then he's forced to he could even try to knock me out with Quick Attack, but say I live, or he's forced to click Earthquake or something, I can get the T-Wave off and prevent that thing from sweeping me by bringing in, Zard or Grin or something after, and then revenge killing it. And I think that's it, really. Like I said, Disguise works differently than Substitute, so Mimikyu can be, Thunder Waved, Kartana can be Thunder Waved, and this thing's a decent lead if he has Araquanid, but Araquanid may be able to live a Thunderbolt, so I'd rather just lead Greninja and taunt it. So next up we have Brainiac. Is this the team I brought? I feel like something changed. Okay, no, nothing changed. This is the team, and yeah, so we got Stealth Rock here, which is something I want to get up as soon as I can. I can't lead with this because Araquanid's a very possible lead, and I can't allow Webs to get up. I just can't. And the Tango Barrier lets me take a hit from Volcarona and Thunder Wave it. I can knock off items, U-turn out. This thing was initially my switch in for Landers Incarnate, but I figured with Grin, Suicune, and Jolteon just being much faster, and if he's Scarfed, then Suicune's taking hits for days. I could just run Stealth Rock T-Wave and then, get momentum with U-turn and utility out of knockoff. And the Tango Berry allows me to live 1 hit from Volcarona. I think even at +1 with my investment, so that's pretty important. However, we can hop into the battle now, and I'll be right back. Alright, so here we are with the replay, and my opponent chooses to bring their Raikougas. I knew he would. Landers Incarnate was a given, Volcarona was a given, and then Starmie, Kartana, and Stakataka were very likely possibilities. No Nidoking, no Mega Pinsir either, which is nice. No Mimikyu, which takes some pressure off of Celesteela because there's no disguise to be broken, so I don't have to take a couple hits and then get the knockout. I just get to take one hit from, the mons that he did bring. No Diggersby, no Togekiss, so not too terrible here. He does bring the Volcarona and the Raikougas, which, are just huge threats. I don't want webs up, and I don't want Volcarona to be able to set up. Landers could potentially be a problem if I don't play correctly, if I let it get out of hand or anything like that, or just one misplay in front of Landers could end me the game. So want to be very wary of that. I'm going to lead off with Greninja, and if he leads a Raikougas, I'm going to click Taunt. If he leads Landers, I'm going to click, I would actually probably switch out to Celesteela. If he leads Starmie, I'm going to click the Hidden Power Electric. If he leads Kartana, I'm going to switch out into Celesteela or Zard. Probably Zard. If he leads Stakataka, I'm just clicking Surf. If he leads Volcarona, I'm going to hard switch into Suicune because it can probably take one Surf, and then Quiver Dance up. Could potentially be fearful of Water Shuriken and Surf, so maybe not. I'm just going to lead Greninja though, and he's going to opt to lead off with Starmie. I'm going to click the Hidden Power Electric here, and this damage tells me that, okay, what this tells me, if you look over here, it did 28.9%, which is basically more than it could do if he was max HP, max SPDF, meaning he has to be max HP, and an Assault Vest, and maybe some HP, or maybe some SPDF investment. But it's looking like he's max HP with an Assault Vest and no SPDF investment, meaning he's not going to have webs, which means I can switch out here. I click the Hidden Power Electric here as my opponent actually clicks the Leech Life and does half. He did say test in the chat, so we were definitely testing each other there and seeing, some friendly banter, some competition here. He was testing me to see if I would click the taunt. If I click the taunt, I died there. If I click Hidden Power Electric, he can't knock me out with one hit unless he was banded, which he's been confirmed to be Assault Vest. So now I can switch out to Celesteela, take no damage from the Leech Life. He actually goes for the Liquidation and gets a crit. No defense drop, but he gets a crit. I can click Protect here and get a little HP back, but he could potentially switch out into Volcarona. He could switch out into Starmie. So I'm just going to throw off a Lead Seed here as my opponent throws off another Liquidation and gets back-to-back crits. Back-to-back crits to knock out my Celesteela. He said sorry. I said all good. But the first one was all good. The second one, that's not all good. Just some fun here. Just put some comedy in some battles sometimes. I'm going to go into this thing to get off my Stealth Rocks. And I know he's not webs, so I'm not fearful of that anymore. And I can just go into Zard here. As I'm unsure what he clicked there. I'm pretty sure he clicked the Leech Life to get a little HP back, but I'm unsure, and he didn't mention anything about it, so I'm sure that didn't matter as I went into my Zard. And now I can just go into Zard X and click the Dragon Dance. Had I been more offensively invested here, I would 100% be picking up this knockout. But I'm not very offensively invested, and I can't afford to just switch out here. I suppose I could have went into Mesh Brant, sacked it off here, but this should be a 2-hit KO anyway. And I'm just going to click the Flare Blitz, and it does 51%, so I know it's going to be a 2-hit KO as it goes for the Rock Slide, and my massive HP investment allows me to live. But I do die to the recoil. And now I bring out Jolteon as Greninja and Mesprit lose to Araquanid. And I outpace everything on his team. And after Rocks, Volcarona should drop to a Magnet boosted Thunderbolt. Starmie should drop. Excuse me, that was one of the longest yawns I've ever had. So I'm just going to click Thunderbolt. I am Air Balloon, meaning that even if he did bring in the Landers, it wouldn't be able to knock me out or anything weird like that, and I could bop it with the HP Ice. He brings in the Starmie here, which leads me to believe that he's likely a Scarf variant, and he wants to get rid of Rocks by Rapid Spin to set up Volcarona. Here, he does reveal it and pops my balloon at the same turn, but drops to the Thunderbolt, which is nice for me. Now he brings in the Volcarona, and I should have probably clicked Thunder Wave there first, and then switched out to Suicune, but what if I missed? Oh boy. Roar does not miss, and Thunderbolt, or Thunder Wave does, so this is my better play. Now he goes for the Quiver Dance. Oh, shout out to his nickname, by the way. Nintendi is an OU builder, OU player, Smogon, well-known name. Here he goes. He's roared out into Kartana after doing 47% with the Giga Drain, and now I can sack off Mesprit here, and he gets an attack boost. So I just bring in Greninja here and click the Ice Beam, get an unfortunate crit, but I'm not sure if that exactly mattered or not, but he brings in the Volcarona right after, and I'm going to hard switch back into my Suicune. Like I said, this thing can come in on a +1 Volcarona twice during the match, and I can roar him out here once again and prevent him from, getting the damage on me that he wants. So now what his play should be is to click Earth Power or Earthquake, whatever he may have. He should click it right now, and then bring Volcarona in to set up on me. That's his only play. But for some reason, my opponent hard switches out into Volcarona as I click the Scald. Get another crit, but this one was a 2-hit KO anyway. Well, not after the Quiver Dance, but he's going to go for the Quiver Dance here, and I'm still going to be able to pick up the knockout here. And then he's going to bring in the Landers Incarnate, clicks the Earth Power as I click Scald. Not able to knock him out, but bring him well in range of my other mons. And if he's Scarf, he's actually got a pretty good chance to win here as well. But he's not Scarf, and he wasn't suspected to be Scarf unless it was his Zardex answer or Revenge Killer. But yeah, we're going to pick up a nice 2-0 victory here. A bit unfortunate that, the Perez, the crits on Celesteela, the crits on Kartana and Volcarona. It's Pokemon though. Game we play, and hopefully we can have a cleaner match next time we play. Potential playoffs or potential Season 7 if both of us decide to return. So yeah, let me know what you thought about the prep on both sides of the battle and whatnot. And leave a like, comment, subscribe, all the good stuff, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching.